for people to hear.
You ought to do that.
Well, I mean, I'm not to that point, but you know, when I am, like,
well, I mean, like learn guitar on stream, because you know then you'll be more.
Honestly, Dylan, what I really thought about doing was buying an electric guitar and getting guitar Rockstar. Rockstar, isn't that it? The one that the one we can play. Rocksmith. That's it. Yep. I thought about getting an electric, because mine right now is an acoustic, and I love acoustic. And that's why I wanted the acoustic. But I thought about getting an electric and learning that with Rocksmith on Twitch, because it would combine two things that, like, I try to get done. Like, I try to get a little bit of practice in, and then I try to stream. But if I could combine those, it would save a little bit of time a night. I'd stream more. Yeah. So... Your laugh is hilarious. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've heard that so many times over the last 2 years about my laugh. My laugh being awkward but funny and hilarious. And I'm glad it makes people laugh. That's matters.
Where the fuck?
I hate my laugh.
AJ, you've got that like calm demeanor that I could never achieve. Like, I'm too excited about everything. Like,
the thing is
something could happen.
What?
Something could happen that would be like make me go, ah, whoa, and you would be like, ah. And you would stay calm and collected while I'm like fucking like out there like, ah! You know.
Yeah, but the truth is it's because of the setting I'm in. Like, if I'm in the house,
well, change your settings. Put yourself in windowed border mode.
Yeah. No, it's this thing called real life, Rob. But like, if my walls weren't paper thin and my family wasn't like able to hear me, I would be a totally different person when it came to my noise and my laugh.
See, I have no knowledge of what I sound like, so I could be really, really fucking loud and wouldn't know it unless somebody came in here and told me. And some people hate that about me, and some people find that funny, you know. But I guess it just depends on like if somebody has to get up 2 hours from now or not.
Yeah.
But seriously, if I didn't have like when I was living in Yukon with my roommate, like he'd be like, "Dude, you're really loud, and it wakes me up at night." And I'd be like, "I'm so sorry. I feel so terrible. I don't mean to be like that. It's just I get excited for what I'm doing."
That's why I really want like my own house.
I reserved a name on Twitch called the Streaming House because I've always considered myself living in a big like kind of reality show kind of house, but not in that sense, like more of a sense of it just being focused on people that stream. Yeah. And I've always been down that thought. Yeah.
Like, yeah, what we were talking about on my stream that night.
Yep.
Because the thing is to me, that was like a goal that I had ever since I started the streaming. Is to do something like that.
Honestly, like I do this because I feel like this is going to take off into something a lot more complicated and a lot more like popular later on. And I'm willing to sacrifice the time I have now to put into this because I believe in it as something that could be something more. And something that could be an end to, a means to an end, as opposed to just, I'm playing video games online, blah, blah, blah. No, I see this as something that's like, okay, well, movies were big when they came out. Video games, movies people laughed at. They're like, moving pictures, blah, blah, blah. And then they became like this powerhouse of something, like everybody goes and watches movies. Movies are huge, and same thing with video games. People mocked people that played video games. Oh, it's just a nerdy kind of sport. Now look at this as it takes off with Twitch, like $1 billion company bought out by Amazon in 2013
esports,
or whatever.
Everything.
Esports, everything. This is the next goal with that. This is the next thing. This is the next goal with entertainment. Like Twitch is where it's at. Like maybe not just Twitch, but just video games in general taking off like this. They are on par with movies and with the type of money that movies make. I mean, look at GTA. How much money it's made, billions of dollars. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's the
to
same.
me, it's not
type of
even
thing.
just about video games. Like, I want to do a multitude of things that involve, like what you said, entertaining.
Absolutely.
Like, if
And
it would be music.
That's it. And it could be music. It could be, D&D. It could be video games. It could be gaming talk shows. It could be anything of the sort. Like it could be this huge entertainment network of video games, And you could collaborate all of that into one little situation here that could, potentially become something huge. And I believe in all of that, and I believe that's going to happen one day. And that's why I spend 7 days a night doing this, even though I work 40 hours a week, because I believe in this shit. This shit is going to take off, and I'm going to take all of my friends with me when it does. So...
Okay, can I just say something real quick?
Except for Dylan.
I don't mean to intervene, but this sounds so motivational because there's music playing in the background, and it's amazing. Okay,
I've got Life is Strange
that's all I
music
wanted
playing in the background.
Same here, and
too.
it sounds like the best. It is.
We're watching a video, one of those motivational videos where they're like, you can do it. You can
No.
be the person who...
And I believe in all this shit, and people call me crazy, but I believe in all this shit because, like, the job I have right now has been in business for 20 years, and 10 years ago, like, I sent my computer there to get fixed, and I was like, you know what, one day I would like to have a job there. And literally 10 years later, I got a job there. But not only that, but I have a note in my wallet that I keep with me that says some of the goals I would like to achieve in life. One of those goals, before I removed the card and replaced it with a new one, was I would like to get one of the jobs of my dreams by March 28th, 2016. I wrote that 6 months before March 28th, 2016. On that date, I got the job I have currently. And the funny thing is, the amount of money I make right now, I wrote on it, I was like, I would like to have this amount of money after I get the job by 3 months. 3 months hit last week, and I got a raise to that amount. So it's like I'm writing these things that I want, and they're happening, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I think it's crazy, but it's happening. And so I keep doing this shit, and shit keeps happening, and I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm writing shit like 6 months from now, I'd like to be self-sufficient on Twitch and blah, 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 and all this shit, and be doing my, not even just Twitch, just like in my own sort of business doing this thing. And now we'll see where it goes. But like, if something can do that, like 10 years ago, I can think this one thought, and then 10 years later, on the date that I specify, I can get this job, then fucking anything is possible. And I'll do anything to do what I believe I can do to get me out of this financial hole to a point to where I am comfortable enough money-wise that I can not only do anything I please, but also help others in the process of it. That's what I want.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. One reason I like cooperative games more than competitive. I want to lift as opposed to push down.
Yeah, I never understood it.
Yeah.
I hate like the whole competition, even like in the real world. That's like people working against each other rather than just joining together and making something great.
Absolutely. Like, imagine if we all put our minds together. Like, we've seen it in the past. Like, history books or anything, you can read it. Like, people put their minds together, they can get shit done. Like, imagine if we put our minds together over things and stop, quarreling over little petty bullshit. If we all put our minds together, 6 billion minds over one thing, then imagine the type of things we could get done in this world. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, the power of the human mind is infinite. I mean, anything we think is what we've created. Like this mic stand wouldn't be here. This fucking speaker system I have, the computer, the monitor, anything wouldn't be here without a thought in somebody's head to begin with. So anything I think, like, why would I bring my, like, throughout the last, like, I don't know, 25 or 26 years, I always brought myself down with, oh yeah, that's a good thought, but you know, it's not smart enough. And like other people thought other better things. I mean, we get enough bullshit outside in the outside world. Why do we have to talk to ourselves like that, right? We need to bring ourselves up. If we talk to ourselves in a more positive fashion, if we bring ourselves to a more motivational, inspirational fashion to move towards the things that we want, then we can inspire other people to do that same thing. And then more people doing that same thing can increase like a domino effect to something even better. 7 billion, right? Yeah. Exactly. This is one of the best. Oh, thank you. It's not a motivational speech. It's just the truth. It's how everybody should feel. It's like my job right now. My boss tells me all the time, we work as a team. We don't work like this is commission. We don't work like a competitive state. We work like a creative state. If something doesn't work right, we go and we get help from our friends, from the people that are there, from the people that are there to help us. We don't fight against each other to obtain a goal that's a little bit better for us. We work together to move everybody upward. And that's what I like, is that teamwork, that help, that goal. And that's why I want that business to continue to succeed. Like, I don't want to be there forever. That's not my business. I want to help them succeed while I'm there. But for me, my whole goal is to be entertaining, and entertainment is what I love to do. I love to do that stuff. I love to get on and role play and do all that shit. But if I could be behind something even bigger, like a streaming house, like 5-6 of us being there, like a show that goes over all of us hanging out and living together and everything, and then shows also all of us like in our state doing our streams and everything at that point, would be fucking awesome. That would be great.
It would.
This is such a fucking awesome playlist.
I love this fucking playlist. I'm gonna listen to this playlist for like the next few weeks. And I'm also gonna be downloading Life is Strange.
I love it. If you want more Oregon, not Oregon, I guess. If you want more awesome like playlists and stuff, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Garden State. Zach Braff is the director of it, the Doctor in Scrubs. Really good actor, director. Garden State is an awesome movie. You guys should watch it. Really, really, really awesome. Natalie Portman is in it.
By the way, Rob, what's your streaming thing say right now? Like, how long have you been streaming?
9 hours and 48 minutes. You can also do exclamation point uptime, and it'll show.
Okay. But I'm just thinking, like, you should make everything you talked about into a video.
Well, Palm does all my highlights, so if she finds it fit, then which I'm sure she would, because Palm loves motivational stuff and positive and inspirational things like that. I wish I could be that way all the time, because I would love to do that stuff. Like, I tried that on a little. I tried that on YouTube a little bit. I was trying to be motivational and stuff like that to people, and the only comment I got was, "Yes, I want to be motivated by a guy in a rock Guitar Hero T-shirt." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Yeah, I'd love to be motivated by a guy in a Guitar Hero, but that's what people do. It's like they don't, people want you to be at their level. They don't want you to get higher. Even if people love you, like, they love you, and they don't mean to be that way, but they want you to stay in the safe zone with them. Like they're scared for you to go out of that safe zone into something that is unknown, because they don't know what's out there, so they're scared for you. So they do things that are detrimental to you moving forward and being motivational and being inspirational and moving forward in your own life, and they pull you back down mentally. And they really don't want to do that. They love you, but they're having the opposite effect on that. And that's something like my parents have. Like they're in that state of we're in poverty and we'll never get better and things are just the way they are. Well, if I thought that way, I would never move forward and I'd never keep trying. Like if I felt like I was sickly and diseased or something, I'd never get up and work out every day like I do. If I thought like I could, for a very long time, I thought, well, I'm very not musically inclined. I can't learn tunes. I'm tone deaf. Blah blah blah. I said this shit to myself, but now I'm learning guitar, and I've picked up things that I never thought I would fucking pick up, and that is surprising to me and motivational to me, and I love that shit. And we grow up in a type of society where we never learn this type of stuff. Like we get people tearing us down and telling us things that we can't do and what we shouldn't do. And we never really take the time to try these things because people have told us we're going to lose, we're going to fail, blah, blah, blah. We shouldn't try. It's scary, blah, 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 blah. You may get hurt. You never know what's out there. So we never try that. And that's sad. That's sad because you never know how much potential is being lost because of people not trying things because they've been told and beat down over the years from growing up. Like, terrible.
Yeah, and I'm the kind of guy who's like, I'd rather fail doing what I want to do. Like, if I'm doing what I want to do but I end up homeless on the street, I'll be fine. As long as I'm, like, trying to achieve my own thing. But I don't want to be successful in stuff I don't like.
Yeah, because that's just stressful for you at that point. That's not fun. That's not what you're looking for. Like, to me, that's the same thing. It's like I'd rather fail 1,000 times before I'm successful. I'd rather be 80 years old and be successful than to just like give up and be like, well, you know, whatever. I'll be a lawyer or whatever. You know, something I would never do. Right? I'll be a lawyer and be successful there. No, I would hate that. That would make me so stressed and shorten my lifespan so much. Like, you know, I would want to do something that makes me feel passionate about life all the way up until I'm 90, 100 years old, or however the fuck long I live, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, something that gives me a pleasure in life as opposed to making me feel numb and dull. Like, what's the point if we don't enjoy what we're doing in life?
Exactly.
Like, I would rather sit here and hang out with everybody online and talk like this than to ever go. Like, I don't know the last time I've actually seen friends in real life. You know, like I have one buddy that I hang out with every now and then, and we go out to eat and we catch up and everything. But like, this is my shit right here. Like, I come home, I make some juice and drink it. I go run with my dog and I work out a little bit. I shower and I come home and I stream. And I get to hang out with people online and I get to laugh and I get to have a great time and it's so much fun and I wouldn't give it up for the world. Like, people think that's sad in the outside world. Like, they see this and they're like, you're not hanging out with anybody and you don't, you know, you're not seeing the world or whatever. Well, I see the world in a different view. It's online here with everybody, and this is my group, this is my community, and this is what I love to do. Like, I can't wait to come back and play more Ark or this or that. You know, it's so much fun to me, and people don't get that. Either way, if it takes me 50 years, 60 years, and I'm still not successful in the eyes of other people, I'll still be successful in the eyes of myself because I did what I wanted to do at that point, as opposed to listening to people like I did for the majority of the first part of my life. So people who don't understand only try to put you down. Well, that's the thing, exactly. People who don't understand, because they may love you and they may try to be doing what they think will help you, but it's like going to a sick doctor to get better. You know, it's like going to somebody who's broke to try to figure out how to spend your money. It doesn't work, you know? Like, they may be doing what they think is best for you, but it may not be the best for what's for you.
Yeah.
They try to make you act normal, but really, what is normal? That's the whole reason my fucking name is Silly and Strange, because there is no such thing as normal, and nobody is normal. Everybody tries to fit the standard of what they think normal is, but everybody's got their own little quirks and fuck-ups, all right? We'll always be like that. That's one thing I'm learning recently is, like, I can't be anxious about the shit I go through, because, like, people have been through like 10,000 times worse and done 10,000 times worse. So and then there's Dylan.
Yeah, then there's me. Fuck up.
That was a quick reaction.
Be you. Be you, exactly. Be you. Be you. Do what you want to do.
Fuck, I'm gonna die again.
Don't die again.
Yeah, like recently, like what I was telling you in my chat like a while earlier. Like, for the past like couple of years, I've been doing stuff for my family because there's just a lot of reasons. But anyways, like,
I know.
I'm starting
I've
to.
been hearing all this, and
I have like a lot of gray hair.
Dude,
like more gray hair than a person of my age should have. And like a month ago was when I decided like I can't do it anymore. And so I finally told them off, like my dad and everyone. And that's why I've like been streaming every day now, because I've actually quit my family job of what they want me to do.
AJ, you've been like one
and
of these
I've been
people
like
that
a whole lot happier.
You've been one of these people that just you do it. Like you get shit done. Like you do what they tell you to do. Like that's how you've always been. You've been like since I've known you. I mean, like you've always like had to shut off what you were doing with us just to do your outside real life stuff. And that's that's awesome. I mean, you've done everything you can to help the people in your family and to do better for that. But what you're explaining here right now is, you haven't really had a lot of time for yourself or to do things that you want to do or be happy, doing what you want to do.
And like, I'm still helping them, because the thing is what makes me happy is helping other people.
Yeah.
But like the thing is it's too much to where I'm like literally sacrificing my entire life just to help them and not getting anything back. Like, and so like I just have to change it.
Yeah, you're just getting burned out like that, and it's the same thing I've done in a sense, is like doing all this working and then like coming home and running the server and like when I come home, like I do the server type shit that I have to do that I've been hearing about all day for like an hour, and then like I go and I run and I make coffee for the next day and all this shit. And then I get to stream for like 2 hours, so I don't get a lot of time to like play on my own server or whatever. So I do that, and then I'm like exhausted by 11 o'clock, and like I go to bed, and I wake up, and for the last 2 years, like doing this whole like working 40 hours, or even when I wasn't working, like streaming full time, like it became more of a chore than fun, and like it makes you like have more gray hairs like that, like you were saying, like my whole like beard, like there have been so many like in my goatee gray hairs and shit that I've had to pluck out. But
Yeah.
it's like the other day, like Sunday, I think it was. I can't. No, Thursday. It was just last Thursday. Like I came home from work and I was just like dead tired. I was just like, oh my god. So I fixed the server. And I was sitting there and I was just like, I can't stream. I just can't fucking do this. Like I'm gonna be in a terrible mood. Everybody's gonna see it. They're gonna hate me. So I was just like, I can't stream. Fuck it. Bye guys. And I just passed out and I woke up and I felt amazing, you know? Just getting that extra like rest. Because it's hard. Like when you try to really focus on doing things that you want to do, which all of my stuff focuses on Twitch and streaming and getting all that shit to the priority list and doing things that will be interactive with the chat that people will like to see, like these voice commands and all of that, and more reasons to have, you know, nuts and mini games and everything like that. So I try to write down all this stuff during the day that I have to get done and then come home and get it done. And Thursday, I just hit a wall, and I was just like, I can't do it. I have to have some time for me. Yeah, so I fucking passed out like 10 o'clock. Woke up, felt amazing, and it's been awesome since then. But like, I've been pushing myself like that since I started streaming, because most of the time when I started streaming, I didn't have a full-time job, so like I didn't know where my money was coming from, and Twitch became my money source, and like so you put a lot more like aggression and hope towards getting tips and stuff, and I found I'm a lot happier like with a full-time job, not having to focus that on Twitch, but also like I'm lacking a lot of like my time with the community and with my friends and everything, playing different games and stuff, because I am taken away for that. So it's like a give or take thing. And I feel like it's the same thing with your family. It's like a give or take thing. Like they wanted so much out of you, and finally you're like, fuck, I need some time for me. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. And they still don't understand. Like, I straight up told them what my decision was, and they're still like, well, maybe you'll change your mind in like a month, or it's a phase or something. I'm like, no, it's not. This is how I am, like, from now on.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. Like with my parents, I'm like, I don't eat meat. Oh, well, you can just push the chicken over. It's not gonna hurt it. It's not gonna hurt you if you eat a little bit of it. That's not the reason I don't eat chicken or beef or anything. The reason I don't eat it is because I don't want to eat that, because I feel bad about it because of the personal choices I've made. You know, it's not that it's going to kill me if I eat chicken. No, it's not going to kill me. I don't eat that because of the personal choices I've made. But they don't get that. So you just kind of have to brush that off and be like, well, I'm going to do this shit my way anyway. You know?
Yeah.
Your beard is luscious. Thank you. I haven't